Hey guys, RevitWiz here. So today I'll just show you how to create this head plate detail, and we are actually going to use a knee or frame bolted with haunch plate detail and just amend that plate to look like this and to form our head plate, seeing that I couldn't find any head plate detail within our preset Revit connections. So stay tuned. Okay, let's get started. So first thing I would do is we just go here to connection settings. Then you will add in this knee of frame bolted with haunch. So it will come up here in your available connections. You just click on it and you say add, and it will come up here and we say okay. Now we're gonna do the connection. We go connection there at the top. Then we're going to choose that knee of frame bolted. We click the column and we click the beam while holding in control on your keyboard and press enter. Now you'll see we've created this haunch, but we actually just want a head plate. So if I click on this, I can go and edit this. I'm just going to duplicate it and call it just head plate. Okay. And then I'm going to say okay. But now what we want to do is we just want to switch this around so that the haunch is facing upwards. So if you just click on this here, make primary, you'll see this is how it's going to be displayed. So that is going to become our head plate, and we are going to remove all the other elements and adjust the bolts accordingly. Okay, so just going to click on this. So I know this is a 203 by 203 column, so the head plate at the top I'm going to make 203 by 203. Okay, so let's click on this, go to edit type, edit, and then we are within the edit settings. So now you can see this is how our setup looks. So now the haunch rafter is the profile that we currently see running here, but we don't want that. So we just say none. So now that is removed. So that is step one. Then additional plate, there's nothing to do there. Additional rafter, we're just going to ignore that. And then end plate. So now this end plate is actually this plate that we have here now. So if we go the thickness, that is fine, 15 millimeters. Then we're going to say end plate length type. We're going to say exact value from top, meaning if I just zoom in here, from that top to this bottom, I want a dimension, and that's going to be the 203. So you can see it's decreased to that side, but here we still have a bit of an offset. So if I just rotate it like that, you can see it there. The reason for that is this projection top. I'm just going to make 0. There you see it's moved over now. Now the width would be in the other direction from this point here to the right here behind this beam. So I'm going to make that 203. There you can see our head plate is formed, which is actually called the end plate in this instance. Then our cap plate is going to be this plate here. We don't want that plate, so just say none, we remove that plate. And then we want this column, which is actually the beam, to extend beyond this specific column here. So the extension is going to be, let's just make it a meter, that it goes beyond the edge of this column here. So we just need to keep our heads. The reason why it might be confusing is because we switched this whole connection around to just try and make our own head plate, seeing that there isn't actually a head plate function. Okay, then we go to bolts and welds. We go to bolts here. So we're going to keep everything here the same. You can change your bolt diameters if you'd like. Then the horizontal distance for the bolts. That is the distance between that bolt, and if I move over to the other side of the beam, and that bolt. So I want that to be 80 mils. You can see how it's become closer. So it's the distance from the center to the center of the bolt. You can see it here, that 2 there, from that bolt to that bolt. Okay. Then the bolt groups, we have two groups. This is group 1, that area there, and that is group 2. Let's just see if I can change this to wireframe. There we go. So this is group 1, those 4 bolts, and those 4 bolts there is group 2. So I'm going to just make that 0. You can see that whole group fell away. Now, our group 1, we have 2 bolts here. Let me just show you. If I change it to 1, that's what's going to happen. So we want 2 here because we want a total of 4 bolts. So now the start distance is going to be from this edge here to the center of that bolt. Let's just make that 50. There you can see it's moved towards that edge there. Then the intermediate distance would be from the first bolt to the second bolt. So if I change that to, let's say, maybe 100, it's going to look something like that. All right. So now that we've done that, there's nothing else we need to change in here. Okay, so we're just going to say okay and okay. And there we go. There we have our head plate that we have created from this knee and frame bolted with haunch. So it's just another way of looking at a head plate connection, seeing that I couldn't find any head plate connection within Revit. I know you can do this in advanced still and bring it into Revit, but I just found this to be an easier way for me to deal with a head plate connection. So thank you guys for watching, and I do appreciate all your support, your likes and your comments. So if you like this content, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers guys.